Hi, Terrell. Good afternoon. Can you tell me about yourself? What industry are you in and what title do you have?
My firm, we are a accounting and finance firm where we provide bookkeeping and CFO services for law firms and other service-related businesses. And I'm the managing partner of the TLTurner Group.
I just want to know as well, what does your day-to-day look like?
Before hiring a virtual assistant, a lot of trying to follow up on marketing and continuing to keep making sure that the name and the brand of the business is out there, connecting with a lot of different prospective clients, as well as we host a podcast, connecting with a lot of people doing that. And then also managing the client delivery, all the work that we have to get done, and managing the team that does a lot of the bookkeeping and accounting. Now, after hiring a virtual assistant, less on the marketing, the front end of the marketing stuff, because our VA has been able to take on that work and focus a lot more on meeting with the clients, having conversations, and really focusing on the sales process for new clients.
How did you find Virtudesk?
So I was actually looking on LinkedIn. I saw it was a post from Virtudesk because I was like, okay, all right, I'm doing way too much work. And so I had put a post out there on LinkedIn saying like, hey, I'm looking for a virtual assistant, any ideas? And of course, when I did that, I guess the algorithm changed where I started seeing a lot more VA organizations, and Virtudesk was one that popped up. And so I reached out to a couple different organizations. When I reached out to Virtudesk, I got a good feeling from just the way the conversation went. And I really liked the way that they were approaching things. And that's how I ended up finding.
What type of VA did you have and how did you figure out what type you needed?
So I have a executive virtual assistant. And the way we kind of figured it out is when I had a conversation with the team over at Virtudesk, I kind of explained, hey, here's what I'm looking for. And initially we started off doing a part-time virtual assistant. And when I went and laid out, hey, here's what I need them to do. Here's some of the objectives I need them to achieve. Virtudesk really helped me kind of figure out, okay, all right, this would probably be the right type of VA. And then, like I said, we started off as a part-time where that person was able to take on more things. And our VA, she proved herself to do a great job. And so we brought her on full-time.
What tasks did you assign your VA regularly?
So a lot of it was around kind of the marketing, because I was spending a ton of time every week trying to connect with, prospective guests for our different podcasts. Because a lot of times we have potential clients, we'll invite them on to our podcast to be a guest. And we're releasing about 3 episodes a week. And oftentimes, even like this week, I'm filming 10 different interviews, meeting new people. And our virtual assistant was able to manage that communication, as well as good enough to go out and find potential guests and find potential lawyers and law firms and other business owners for us to talk to. They were going to just focus on managing kind of the delivery on the marketing side, but they also were able to get very creative with creating a list of audiences that we can target. They've been amazing at doing that.
How would you rate your VA and Virtudesk experience on a scale of 1 to 10, and why?
Yeah, I would say the experience is great. I would definitely rate it a 10. And I think part of that is because one of the things that I wasn't necessarily sure on is all of the stuff that the VA would do. And I know some other VA firms that I spoke with is they wouldn't allow the flexibility of a person starting part-time and then working their way up to full-time. It was, you had to make the decision on the front end. And I would say for me, it's like when I first hired the VA, I didn't have enough work for them to do full-time. So I think Virtudesk being flexible with me, as well as me being transparent with Virtudesk and laying out, hey, here's what I need. And I felt like Virtudesk actually took my best interest in mind, really worked with me. And then also were proactive about letting me know like, hey, the VA that you have part-time, it may be getting offers for full-time full-time position, they were kind of keeping me informed about that. When the time was right, which was probably about 4 months into our contract, we decided to move that VA from part-time to full-time. And for me, that was a huge help because it allowed me to get my VA familiar with our company and our processes before bringing them on full-time, because at first I just didn't have enough work and I felt like I would have been paying for something that I wasn't using. I think that flexibility is really what sold me on giving Virtudesk a 10.
Thank you very much for your time. We appreciate you.
All right. Thank you.